Alright, let's take it out for a spin. I just realised I had the mic on mute for the whole 3 minutes that the stream's been live. I've got a new headset, so I don't know. Teething troubles, you know? When you get new stuff, it never quite works out smoothly first time. Alright, this is a passenger service from Carlisle to Preston, which is part of the service that goes from Ayr or Ayr in Scotland to London Euston. Of course, we're taking control of a Class 87 electric locomotive in intercity livery by the looks of it. I have had zero preparation, no looks into this route whatsoever. I've literally done the tutorials, which I did on Thursday, Friday, and haven't touched it since. So I've got to remember what the hell I'm actually doing for a second. That was a very clever move, I suppose. Right, master key to on, reverser to the forward position. Seems to be making all the right noises so far. Turn on the AWS. Very loud. Instrument lights we will have set to the bright setting. Tail light switch, dimmer switch, marker lights on. There should be a left one somewhere. There it is. And the cab heat switch. I mean, just look at the interior of this locomotive. Really well modelled. I mean, even the maquette on this seat. Really exquisitely done. This is right up my alley, and I can tell it's going to be good. The Bardet you can have on or off, so that's a positive. I don't think DSD is a thing. Oh, there's a DSD holdover. Do we have one on this side? That's AWS. Okay. Brake overcharge. Right, we got to unlock the doors. And before I do go any further, I need to turn the motion blur on to aid the stream's performance. There we go. Makes it perform a bit better. Right, let's get out the cab. There it is. There it is. The 87. How nice to see it in the game. Just have to turn the mic down a little bit loud. So apologies for that if you can't hear my voice over the volume of the game. But yeah, the Class 87, it comes in I think 2 liveries, the normal British Rail corporate blue and this lovely intercity livery. The plaque on the side of Lord Nelson. And the lovely intercity coaches that are being brought into this route. You get a mixture of different liveries. There's the restaurant buffet. It's really, really nice coaches. I haven't even had a look round Carlisle. It looks really impressive. And it's got the tail light on at the back. That's the tail lamp, I should say. So, right, this is Carlisle then. Obviously, at Carlisle, you've got the beyond Carlisle, you've got a few a big yard over here. That's Kingmore, a sorting yard, in fact. Presume that's for the freight or the parcels, potentially. I don't know off the top of my head. Haven't got a map in front of me or the details of the route itself, or a manual, so I do apologise. And there's a couple of locomotives there. That's the Kingmore train maintenance depot, or the sidings. That's Carlisle. Wow, look at this. This is Curragh wagon shop. Wow. Wonder if you can do any services in there. There is some services. Seems to be some wagons there. So whether you could do services there or not, I don't know. But just to have something there is a positive. What else have we got over here? It's not named. This is Carlisle London Road. Sidings, they look empty. They got some static stock. And then down here we got the God, turn my head sideways. The Upper T depot. If that's how you say it correctly. Is that for locomotives, or is that also it's probably for the carriages, I imagine? Because the Class OA duties that you can do on this route, which also is a part of the route package, I think it has, what, 6 hours of shunting. You do get some services at Preston. I think those are the same services that were replicated on Blackpool branches, and that's been so you can do some services in Preston, but Carlisle, Kingmore, and I imagine the other depots that I've or sidings that I've had a look round on the map form. I imagine the 08 can also do some work, because I can't imagine all 6 or at least 4 to 5 hours is going to be at Kingmore. If that is, then wow, I'm in for a right old treat, as I'm a bit of a shunting fan, as some of you may know. Excuse me. Let me have a look at the chat. I do apologise. Again, the live chat only seems to be displaying top messages and not all messages for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know how I can fix it. I don't think it can. I've looked in even the YouTube studio on website, and at the moment it can't be changed. It's been taken away for some stupid reason, which is very annoying. But yeah, this is Carlisle. Very well modelled. I can hear something approaching the station. Oh, in fact, speak of the devil, there's the 08. Look at that. immediately at work, bringing coaches into the station. Wow, right on cue. There was a 47 or something parked in this platform 7 before I started yapping away about the map of Carlisle, so that's probably gone out of the station perimeter and waited for the shunter to put the coaches in platform. What's that? 7? This must be 8. Yeah, 8, and then off it goes to somewhere. Yeah, you can tell this is a busy interchange for the parcels. You know, you've got the vans, which says British Rail. So yeah, parcels I think is going to be a key feature by the looks of it. Whether that is superior to the freight in terms of timetable numbers, I do not know, but I'll find out. Now look at this, Travellers Fair Coffee Shop and Bar. Can you go in? Yeah, you can. There's even some tea, look at that. Huh. And look at that little cashier, look at that, look how detailed that is, man. That's just a flipping cashier, look at that. Jesus, man. And again, the posters are back from Blackpool branches. Very clever posters, yet again, from Just Trains. Whether they're completely accurate to, you know, actual British Rail posters of the 80s, but if they're like a replica or based on real life ones, then hats off to Just Trains. What's in here? Is this a toilet? Yes, it is. Oh my goodness me. Action galore is here at Carlisle. There's a 47 going south somewhere. So yeah, the departure boards, the PIS displays, they work, all going to places such as Edinburgh, Waverley, Glasgow, so basically all to Scotland. And I imagine the platform we're on is going to destinations that are in England. Indeed. Sunderland, actually. Sunderland, Newcastle, Middlesbrough, Sunderland. There's a service at 2055 which goes somewhere but isn't displayed. That's probably a freight service. What else? God, I could spend 24 hours doing a stream like this. There's just so much to see. It's unreal. Look at that board there. Boarding a moving train could change your destination. Absolutely. They should bring that back in today's world. Might make people think twice. Here's another buffet. Even bigger buffet this time. Look at this. You can get your chocolates this time. Look at that. Of course, they're not accurate branding, but hey, at least they're there. Unreal. Unreal. I mean, I've even set off from Carlisle, and already Just Trains has knocked it out the park, hands down. My gosh. Where are these boards going to? One to Middlesbrough. This is unreal. I'm probably holding up a bunch of trains north of Carlisle, which is probably going to absolutely kerfuffle the timetable, but I couldn't care less. I'm having fun just looking around, man. Ah, there's an 08 over here, hiding away. I was wondering why there was a noise of an 08 nearby to begin with. Yeah, and you can see the skyline of centre of Carlisle. got some industry over there in the distance. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, you know, some areas around are... they're okay, they're not... There's no traffic down here, for example, which is a bit disappointing. You've got Ford commercial vehicles. Handling more, worrying less, but 40. Very nice touch. You've got a coal depot here, sorry, the Mayport and Carlisle Railway Goods and Coal Depot. The ground texture and yet again the road surface could do with a bit of work, bit of touching up, but niggles aside about road textures, I mean, as far as railway infrastructure is concerned, is top marks across the board. There's a 47 in ScotRail livery, I should say. I think it's the same as a normal, as other 47s we've had before, but I don't remember seeing it with this plough on the front. So that might be one differentiation to 47s of the past. Wow. Right. I've been stationary for far too long. Too long, in fact. So we've got an 80-mile journey all the way to Preston. That's apparently scheduled to take just, well, over an hour, I think it was. Obviously, we're going to be a bit later than that. So I've got to learn how to get this thing moving. I haven't done it in a very long time. Well, ever. Oh, God. Is that how you do it? Yeah, it's like the some of the old school German locos have like a tap changer. You know, your 155s, your 110s, and your 103s I've been operating recently. We're on the move. As long as we're on the move, that's all that matters to me. Hey Andrew, nice to see you. Hope you're well. You ready for Christmas? Boy, I don't know about ready for Christmas. It's next week, isn't it? I would say so, yes. Travelling, going away for Christmas. Haven't done that for quite some time, so I can only be as prepared on the day of travel. So at the moment, I'm not fully prepared, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly, 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 you know. No, I don't want to stall the locomotive like you do with the German ones. So I'll take it steady. Harrison's home care, we just passed there. But as far as the timetable goes, I have everything installed. AI services, playable services, just static stock. Excuse me. But I've got the lot, so. I mean, we're at Carlisle for what, just over 10-12 minutes, and there was a fair bit of action. A couple of trains leaving, I think one left. Then obviously the shunter came in and brought some coaches in. Speed limit will increase immediately to 90. I don't know what the actual maximum speed limit you can reach on this route. It's probably going to be 90, 100-ish, which is still, you know, pretty quick. Hey Sophie, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Where's the curly BRG sandwich? I don't know. It must be in the buffet coach. Got to be in the buffet coach, right? Right, let's fire this puppy up. Let's go. I'm going to put it in the yellow zone. Absolutely max it as far as I can take it. And it's getting misty already. Wow, okay, fair play. Whoever wants to come out and play. Woohoo! First run on this route and it might rain. Thank you very much, game. I think I already, yeah, I think I will spin the locomotive. So everything's going very well for me. I've got to do it again. I'll keep going, keep going, keep going. It's hard to see the needles when it gets into the yellow zone because you don't know how high it gets. It's probably clearer for you as it is for me. Because the more speed you gain, the lower the needles get. There we go, 90 miles per hour. Let's give it. I don't want to get into the red zone. I really don't want to break the darn thing. Not on the 0.8% gradient. No way, Jose. Joe, I picked the route up at full price. I don't like paying 33 quid for a DLC, but hey, I don't think it's going to get a discount anytime soon. Crikey, I don't think Blackpool Branch has got a discount until, I don't know, when did it get a discount? It was not long ago, I don't think, so if you want to get it through on a discount, then you've got to be pretty patient, because I don't think Just Trains will have a discount on its products on a regular basis, well, Train Sim World ones in particular. It's a shame it's misty, because I wanted to see what the scenery's like. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. Andrew, anywhere nice? Depends on what you think is nice. I'm just going to see my mum's sister and my granddad for Christmas. I haven't had a Christmas with them, me and my mum, for 7 years. Because the last time we managed to spend time with them during Christmas, they came to us. We were in a different house back then, so we thought, well, why not again, you know? Why not again? Why not again, you know? Hey, Cider Kid, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, it was fine, thank you. Birthday was very, very well, thank you. Went out, had the usual tea and cake, as I like to do. Got some lovely gifts, some lovely cards as well. So yeah, very, very good. Speed limit of 85 coming up. Let the gradient take care of the speed. There we go. And the speed limit will be increasing to 105 and then 110 miles per hour. Notch it up, run the needles up into the yellow zone. It's going to take some time, isn't it? Come on. Blimey, it takes its time to get some power when it's at a significant speed. That's it. Come on, get into the yellow zone. Thank you. We've got a green and a yellow, so there's obviously a bit of a slow coach in front, which is a bit of a surprise considering how long we were stationary at Carlisle. So yeah, but the plan really was to take the 87 out for a spin. I might take the 47 for a trip along this route. I'm not sure. I think it's exactly the same as the Blackpool one, with the exception of some liveries. But 101, as much as I'm not a fan of the multiple unit, it has had some significant changes done to it, and plus, you know, it's slower, so I'll be able to take a look at the route at a slower pace, and plus stop at the other stations. But we'll wait and see. I won't do any shunting. That's for sure. I don't think I have enough time to cover everything. Well, I've got until 11:15 this evening, so enough time. Let's increase the power again. I'm starting to think if those the first two gauges on the right, you know, with the different colours, are actually the indicators for the power being applied, or is it the other two gauges next to that, which are black and white, aka these ones here, if you can see my cursor. I don't know if it's those. They're quite hard to see unless I zoom in, but I can't do that because I'm in the old controller configuration, which is the one I've always preferred. These I can see much clearer until it gets into the yellow zone, where it's a little bit trickier to see. Yeah, frame rate wise, it's holding pretty steady. So far so good. Yeah, Saduk, you know, I agree. I mean, you know, I tend to try and not pick routes up at full price unless I think they are worthy of that price. Like West Somerset Railway, for example, you know, that's 20 odd quid, and that's very well done, particularly since it, you know, got that major update and a new Steam timetable. That's very much worth the price. For loco add-ons as well, if they, you know, bring significant amounts of gameplay to whatever route that is, and I don't mean the stupid gameplay packs, I mean like the proper, you know, brand spanking new loco add-ons, you know what I mean? Those kind of prices I can accept for now, but the higher up they go, the more cautious I am, let's say, when deciding what to pick up and when to pick it up. But yeah, sounds of this 87, yeah, sounds like an 87 to me. Let's try the horn. Let's hold the speed. Hold the power, I should say. So we can notch it down. That doesn't seem to be doing much, does it? Run down? That seems to decline in it, the power. Albeit it's not having much of an effect. Oh, it's starting to, well now, because we've got a bit of a gradient, thank goodness. What time are we doing? 11:35. We've got 66 miles to go. Hey Ben Davis, hope you're well. Oh, this is your number one route along with Blackpool. Well, they're very much the they're kind of how should I say it? They're very nice. It's got kind of like a network in a way, isn't it? You know, you got the area around Blackpool. You know, yet again done to a very high standard, very high quality. And then you've got this, which is longer. It hasn't got as many stations. It's more long distance, much more faster. You know, a lot more. You know, challenges with the gradients. And you know, the quality has just been continued, but somehow on a route that's twice as long. So, yeah, there's no doubt that Just Trains' routes at the moment is definitely the top of a lot of people's lists, and we're about to come past I think the very first station, so best get on the brakes here before the train has a go at me, shouting with alarms and all that stuff. I don't know if DSD is usable in this cab. Oh wait, the fog has suddenly disappeared. The cloud is there though. Yeah, this dynamic weather in Train Sim World, it's never been right since it launched, and it still isn't right, as you can tell. Right. What's the station? I haven't got a map in front of me. Oh, I need to find a station sign quickly. Oh. Penrith. I will have to get a manual or a map in front of me in a second. Because I haven't got the stats of, you know, what comes with the route and stations and all that kind of stuff. What I do know is that Just Trains have revealed that a Loco add-on is already coming to this route. Not a gameplay pack, thank goodness. It's a proper new locomotive with the 86-2. Should be coming next year. Have I got the brakes on or something? No? No, the brakes are off. Right, let's do notch up first. Slow and steady maybe? No? Doesn't want to accelerate anymore. Unless I've done something to it, which I most likely have. That was a loud bird we just passed. You can hear it in the cab. Yeah, I've done something to this locomotive. I don't know what the hell I've done, but at the moment it's not going. It does not want to accelerate. What have I done wrong? Notch down maybe? Run down and then off? I don't know. Either way, I've broken it. We'll just have to hope and pray that the train could just keep moving. Oh well. As long as we make it to the end, that's all that matters. I couldn't care less what speed we're doing, to be honest with you. We're already like 10-12 minutes late. We're going to be massively late now. Oh well, does it matter? Nah. Let's enjoy the scenery. as long as it stays sunny and cloudy, not covered in fog again. There's some cows there on the left we just passed. Let's hope this relatively steep gradient ends soon. Yeah, the brakes definitely, yeah, they are disengaged, so this is electric locomotive, isn't it? I wonder if the circuit, does this have a circuit breaker? Overload, reset? Oh god, I don't want to do that whilst on the move, do I? What are these switches here? That's the cab light, AWS. What was that? That's a sander. What is that there? The driver to guard call button. Oh yeah, of course. Oh hello, I didn't know you could do a quick tap up with that button on the D-pad. Oh, interesting. Learning all the time. Learning. Any of these blinds? Hey, groovy. Very 80s. Right. Well, we are at a lower speed. Hopefully we can start accelerating. No. She don't want to accelerate. I broke the damn thing and I've no idea how. I don't know how I broke it and I don't know how to fix it. Oh well. Does it matter? Not at the moment. I can admire the countryside. Look at that. Fantastic. Distant scenery. Well, it's the countryside, that's for sure. Brilliant. I was just thinking I might have gone over a neutral section because it is simulated on this route, but I was too busy so busy chatting so much I've forgotten. Let's power the pantograph up. That made a noise. That sounded okay. Yes, it does. All right. Yet again, you know, what am I like? Just yapping away. It's the things just go over my head. I may be 29 years old or recently turned that age. Crikey. I've got new headphones and seemingly can't recognise that the locomotive is powered off. I do apologise. God, might as well quit doing YouTube. I'm not getting any better at it. Oh dear. Some sheep. There's a freight train, the first one of the day. Or the stream, I should say. Yeah, I think now's the time to have the well, map really. Surely a map would display neutral sections, because I've got no idea where said neutral sections are going to be. Let me just change apps a minute. Sorry King, what happened with the birthday stream? I couldn't be bothered to do one. It's as simple as that. Didn't feel like doing it in the end. I was just happy eating birthday cake, to be honest with you. I'd rather be honest than not, you know, and tell a fib. I was quite happy munching on me chocolate cake I watched Only Fools and Horses, and yeah, just forgot about time really. Andrew, are you still yes, but it's a different brand now. Different brand for the time being. Ben Davis, hope the next route Just Trains does go from Carlisle. Goes from Carlisle or Preston in this time era. It's been nice to keep adding to this. I agree. I presume you mean from Preston again, like going south, or and Carlisle obviously either east or north. Despite me going slow as slugs on for like 5 minutes or so, I'm still getting some yellows. It's obviously not going slow enough. Sophie's been playing Lego Star Wars. Oh, very nice. Back to sail over the Skywalker saga. Yeah. 60 down to 12. Wow, that is a steal. I remember I used to have the complete saga on the. What was it on? I think it was the PSP. I think it was back then. A long time ago. I was able to play it on my iPad, as they managed to reproduce the game for the iPad, but unfortunately it doesn't work anymore, the latest iOS 18, which is a shame, because it was exactly like, you know, PS2 version or PSP, exactly like it. Same graphics, same modes, same characters, same everything. And it was at £6, I mean, what a steal. But now it doesn't work anymore. Oh well, I imagine Disney had something to say about that, maybe. Sonic-In, oh yeah, they were very much workhorses of this route. I was watching a couple of videos actually of the type of traction that worked on the West Coast Main Line and well, the northern part of it in particular. And the 87s, they were absolutely, they worked ragged, like they absolutely maxed them in terms of usability. 50s were used as well, and deep down I would have liked to have seen a 50 more than an 87, to be honest with you. Hopefully one day a 50 can be produced in Train Sim World, a Just Trains version of that, of course. I mean, what we need now is, well, yet another West Coast Main Line section, I think. Carry it on. There's a factory over there on the left. Presume coal. Not entirely sure. There's some sidings over there. Is there any stock in those sidings? Might give us a clue as to what industry that is. I don't think so. We've got 52 miles to go until Preston. Jeez, man. Long way to go. Even at a relatively high speed. So much to see and admire. what we need now, with exception to extensions and new locos and all that, we need Tees Valley and Northern Transpennine remastered ASAP. They need to be matched to this level of quality, because the guy at Dovetail who did the remasters for West Somerset and currently is doing the remaster for Great Western Express does a brilliant job. Takes those routes by the scruff of the neck, really brings them up to date and up to a level of quality that is nearly on a par really with kind of Just Trains' products, particularly with the foliage, the depth, new timetables, all that kind of stuff, reworking some of the locomotives and rolling stock, be that maybe not physics changes, but definitely lighting improvements and bug fixes and all that stuff, things we would dream of, that we would think would never be done to routes of that age, but has been. It takes time, but hopefully after Great Western Railway, Great Western Express, remastered is complete, Transpennine is next on the list. It has to be, because that route deserves a remaster like this. Because it kind of feels similar, doesn't it? It's set on the Pennines. It's got those variations and undulation. You've got no AWS, which is even more of a challenge. You've got 3 types of rolling stock, 5 if you include the heavy freight pack, and it's set in a very rural environment with big stations in Manchester, Leeds, and Huddersfield as well. So could you imagine what that would be like? Honestly, I'll be like a kid in a candy store if they did a remaster for that. And Tees Valley as well. Tees Valley, that deserves just as much as a remaster as Transpennine, because that's mainly a route, focusing on the heart and really the height of the British Steel era, really, British Steel rail industry. Set in a period, between where it was at its height and when it was just starting to decline, in the northeast. Would it be nice to see an extension added to it? 100%. It'd be nice to see the Pacer added to that route as well. It's rather ironic that the Pacer was added to West Cornwall Local, which is a travesty of a route, and yet it wasn't added to or substituted into the Tees Valley timetable, which is a crime really in itself. And just to add insult to injury, I found out that the newer updated version of the Class 101 that's from this route, you can use it on every single 101 service, I think, in Tees Valley and Transpennine as well. So yeah, the 142 needs to be added to Tees Valley. The other thing I noticed, touching on timetables, this locomotive very unusually is playable on the Diesel Legends Great Western timetable, which makes no sense whatsoever, considering what, I don't know, 10 miles or 15 miles of route, 25 miles maybe, of route is electrified. So once you get past, I think it's up to Slough, there's no overhead wiring. So this locomotive is pretty much useless as far as Slough. So why they've subbed it into that timetable, goodness me knows, unless somehow, I don't know, Dovetail or Just Trains pulled off a trick where this train can magically have a diesel engine instead of an electric one. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's an unusual one. I imagine that will be taken away when the Great Western Express remaster comes out, because I don't understand that. Unless there's a locomotive at the rear of the train, passenger train, pushing the locomotive, which I don't think was prototypical anyway on the Great Western Main Line of the 1970. I don't think this loco was even around in the early 1970s. I might be wrong, but yeah, very odd to me. Wow, look at this valley here, unbelievable. Brilliant. Look at that. I don't know, it's not super detailed, you know, it's not going to have 3D grass all over it. Of course not. It might do if you get really up close to it, but from a distance, it looks okay. It doesn't... It looks okay, you know, like the distant terrain is nice. Could I be nitpicky? Absolutely. I would just say stick a load of 3D grass on it and trees and shrubs and bushes and all that stuff. But I've got to be a little bit realistic, haven't I? Excuse me. Ben Davis never used the weather on his game, normally set before I do a service. Oh yeah, I do, absolutely. I always set it to a custom weather preset. I never have it on dynamic, because as you can tell at the start of the stream, the dynamic weather is pretty bad, unfortunately. I'm surprised Dovetail haven't done some work to the dynamic weather, you know, just in terms of the transitions. It definitely needs to be improved, there's no doubt. You might as well take dynamic weather away if it's going to keep performing like that, you know what I mean? It's just pointless. If you want to have it in scenarios, have it in scenarios. There's no point having it on a timetable if it's going to keep suddenly disappearing and suddenly reappearing. Speed is going up to 85. I've forgotten about what speed we're doing. 77. We've got just over 40 miles to go, and we're due in about 15 minutes, which is, we're not going to have a prayer of making it at 11:35. But you know, we can give it a try. Let the gradients do the job. Don't need to touch the throttle at the moment. Sophie there on black and white posts. Oh, the neutral sections. Oh well, you have to spot them for me. So I'm looking at the chat rather than what's in front of me on the screen. Sorry, King, the 50 worked mostly the southwestern line, so it'd probably be an entirely separate route. True, I mean, there is evidence that the 50s did do some services into Blackpool. I think there's even a picture of a 50 on a Blackpool South station, Blackpool North station, sorry, on the Blackpool Branch's route, so they have been seen working in maybe not within the complete parameters of, you know, the West Coast Main Line or the Blackpool Branches route, but they have been seen in the area now and again. Maybe not on a regular basis, but now and again. But you know, I couldn't care. I mean, if we have a route by just trains in the southwest or southeast, I'm all for it. Sonic, to be honest, needs to really. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I'll be a little bit fair to Dovetail. It's very rare of me being fair to Dovetail, but you know, they pump routes out on a regular basis. Yes, some of them are a little bit undercooked, certainly nowhere near to the standards of Just Trains or TSG, for example. But fair play to them on the West Coast Mainline South in particular. They released that. It was a shoddy release. I took a look at it. It wasn't as bad as I feared. It still wasn't great, but they've recently launched a big patch for it, and it really has transformed the route from a playability perspective, from a visual perspective. Hats off to them. Is it at the level of Just Trains' products? Absolutely not. But it's certainly, let's say, above what Dovetail would normally do. Because normally they'll just brush it under the carpet and forget about it like they did in the past. But fair play to them. They've worked on it. And they pumped a big update out for it before Christmas as well, so fair play to them for once. and then they go straight back to their silly little ways and pump out some stupid gameplay packs, but and on my birthday as well, to add insult to injury. Oh well. Dovetail is gonna dovetail. You think they're just turning a corner and then it just goes, yeah. Yeah. It's like Lance Stroll in the Formula 1, you know, you think he's doing a good lap, you think he's turning a corner, his performance is improving, and then bloody spins it in the gravel. That's Dovetail in a nutshell. You think they're doing something right and then they just absolutely muck it up. You know? Dear me. Ooh, passing another station. There's a 101. I'm not going to get out this time and have a look. If there's a 101 there, then I will see that station when I take control of a 101. Speed limit will be increasing to 100 miles per hour, but I'm not going to accelerate. I'll just let the gravity take control. Sophie, regenerating. Yeah. Sophie, biggest travesty of... What was that noise? I've got a terrible feeling. Are we in a neutral section? It just made a noise that I didn't like the sound of. If I press it, no, I think I'll be safe and press it again. It didn't sound right, that noise. I'll push it again. Well, it's fired up now. Good thing I didn't need the power on then. I think this is indeed the first train sim world route that simulates a neutral section, and I presume those black, they look like bits of railway sleepers there we just passed over a few seconds ago. Maybe they indicate the neutral section starts or finish. The speed limit will be increasing to 110 miles per hour. Anyway, what did Sophie put in the chat about West Coast? The 150-2 by Rivet. Yeah, we don't speak about that. What is nice is that hopefully the 150 is going to get a bit of a redemption, a bit of hopefully it'll be reinvigorated when the Cardiff city network comes out. It's a small route. I imagine a few people aren't happy it's yet another small route. But heck, a 150 and a 153, they can't be worse multiple units than what Rivet did. I mean, I'd be staggered if it was worse, or in a worse condition, or portrayed in a worse manner than what Rivet did with that 150. Arguably, that West Cornwall local needs the most urgent attention in terms of routes. That needs a remaster. Essentially, it needs to be rebuilt, but I don't think Rivet's going to do that unless Dovetail kindly asks them, "Can we remaster this for you, please?" We'll do it for free. I imagine someone's already done it on the Train Sim community website. Wouldn't be at all surprised. I think they already have, actually. We've got just over 30 miles to go until Preston, and we're due in roughly about 5 minutes time. So we are going to be very late. Right, let's increase the speed a little bit, shall we? Slowly getting the hang of this 87. That sound, it kind of sounds like an aircraft, you know, firing up, you know. I don't know why. It just kind of... It sounds like those aircraft in... God. What was it I used to watch a lot when I was younger? Thunderbirds. You know, the puppet version. They had those kind of... Sounds kind of like that for, you know, some of their flying vehicles. What plane was it in the first Thunderbirds episode? Sounds kind of like the sound the 87's making now. It's not one of the Thunderbirds vehicles. It's I think it was a passenger plane, wasn't it? I'm trying to think. It's not Concorde. Concorde didn't exist in the 1960s. The Fireflash, wasn't it? Fireflash, yeah. I swear it was called Fireflash or Firefly. Kind of sounds like that in a way. God knows why it bringing up Thunderbirds, but there you go. God, makes me want to watch Thunderbirds now. I think have I? Just looking over my shoulder. Yeah, I've got the DVD collection. Thunderbirds. All the original series. Miles better than the animated one they did celebrating its anniversary. The same company that made the original Thunderbirds, they made is it Captain Scarlet? Way back. I think that was on at the same time as the original Thunderbirds in the 1960s. I mean, the Thunderbirds in the Puppet series was so successful. I think they actually made 2 films in the yeah, they made 2 films, didn't they? Yeah, I think they made one in 1966. Brilliant year to pick. And yeah, I think the second Thunderbirds film they launched in puppet form was, I think, the last you would see of you know, puppet version of the Thunderbirds, except for the occasional advertisement. Well, we are accelerating a bit too quick here, so let's have a bit of brake on. Sounds just like a plane, this thing. It's uncanny. You know, we hear it decelerating with the brakes on, accelerate. It sounds just like a plane. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know if that's accurate or what, but you know, in terms of how it would sound in the cab of an 87, but that sounds brilliant. I couldn't care if that's inaccurate or not. I love the sound of that. That's addictive to me, man. I mean, I'm not a fan of planes. I don't like heights and I don't like flying. I've only flown on a plane once and I don't plan to fly one again anytime soon, but that sound is just uncanny. I love that. That's addictive. Oh, listen to it, man. It's so good. It's a whine, but I love it, man. I was going to say it sounds like Concorde, but Concorde was a different beast back then. I had the honour and the privilege of seeing Concorde in action many moons ago. What a racket it made. But what a sight. Such a shame Concorde couldn't last as long as it did in the 21st century. Right, let's have a look at the different camera angles you can get in the cab. So you've got the AWS controls, which are there. I've actually switched them on. No, I have. I don't know if I should be doing this at 110 miles an hour. No, maybe I shouldn't for a minute. Let's turn it off. We've got to do a reduction in speed coming up. In the next 2.5 miles it'll be down to 75 at least. We should be okay, he says. This is some serious speed, man. 106 miles per hour. I mean, I've obviously been much faster. I've been at much faster speeds in this game, but it just feels like it feels faster than 105 miles an hour. Probably because of the motion blur, I've turned it on. Right, I will have a look at the chat. I will try and keep up, I promise. Sadakin, I like it. It's the 50s you're on about, yeah. I better get down the speed pretty quickly. Like ASAP. Crossing the river. Yeah, we're going a little bit too fast now. We need to start slowing down. Slow the heck down. Oh, the sound, man. Oh. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, this is a good loco, just trains. Oh, yeah, they've worked their magic with this. I love this locomotive. Tricky, but I love it. Oh. Oh. Words fail me. Words fail me. Oh. Just brilliant. What a machine. What a machine. We should have these instead of the multiple units of today. Forget Pendolinos, have this instead. It's probably more reliable. God, this is good. I mean, I know I'm a fan of the old school British Rail, even though it was as crap as it was from an operational perspective, but oh wow. Damn, some of the locos they had back then. So good. Apart from Pacers. Terrible little things. 101s, I'm not a fan of them much either. I prefer loco Ford services or HSTs. But man. Right. Sorry, King Simrose. It's missing an on foot mode. I thought Simrail had a on foot mode, or a mode where you could just, you know, walk around the unit or locomotive or wagons or coaches or whatever. I thought they had that before. Unless they had it in the beta and then took it away recently or at the last minute before a full release. I haven't got Simrail. I haven't kept tabs of it recently, but I know occasionally now and again some big patches come along, and including some, I think some steam locomotives. That's one thing I will give credit for Simrail. They do add some steam locos. Oh, imagine if Just Trains. Imagine if Just Trains could produce a steam route like this level of quality. And the physics and the sounds and oh my god, that will be... It'll be brilliant. Oh, I can just imagine it. We need Dovetail Games to just be liquidated and let Just Trains run the show, call the shots. If it's just old school British rail stuff for the rest of, you know, what he's going to bring to the game, go for it. Go for it. This is right on my street. It's not up everyone's street, but oh, what a brilliant job. And I haven't even explored everything there is to offer. That's the best thing about it. Oh my goodness me. It's a Pandora's box, man. I barely got into it really. But we've got 14 miles to go until Preston. One thing I will say that is a little bit disappointing. It's a shame that this can't be added as AI to Blackpool branches. But I will say, unless it has, but Just Trains hasn't said, or Dovetail haven't said about it. But that is one thing I have noticed, is that it is absent, I think, from Blackpool branches as far as AI is concerned. Other than that, I have very little to complain about so far. Sophie, what were we at? 150s. First ever train. First train as a toddler, was it? I see. I can understand that. Crikey, what was my first train on route when I was young? Jeez. Oof. I haven't got a clue. No clue. Absolute no clue. Might have been a steam train actually, on the Preserve Railway. Most likely. Right, let's increase the power. If I've missed any whistle boards, I apologise. Sido, if I'm dovetail, I might get further flat out. Yeah, I would. 100%. Interestingly, Skyhook of all people haven't pumped out a route in nearly a calendar year. I wonder what they're cooking under the hood. If they're making an extension to the Midland Main Line, oh, that would be brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Could you imagine if they added a Matlock branch? The what's it called? Is it the Earwash Valley Line or whatever it's called? The Earway Valley Line, and plus the section of route that goes from Derby to Sheffield via Chesterfield. And the cherry on top of the cake is a class 22. Is it 221 or 222? It's one of those two. I think we just hit a neutral section. I'm starting to get the hang of it now. You hear a noise with the locomotive like that, immediately powered down. So I'm getting the grips of it. But you know what's just brilliant about this route? I mean, I'm sorry just to keep yapping on and on and on, but you know, when I was exploring Preston, you could hear things like, you know, the guard whistling still, and the AI trains, you know, doing their whistles, you know, sounding the horn and all that stuff. That's continued from Blackpool branches. It's not like it's been forgotten or skipped over. You know, it's still, you know, a part of the experience. I don't know how big Just Trains' team is, but right now I would like to just, you know, say they deserve a huge pat on the back. Right now I wish I could, wherever Just Trains is based, whether it's at a team headquarters or, you know, just individually working at home or whatever, I would like to go to every single person, give them a good handshake and offer them a beer or something. Because, wow, I can't begin to imagine the amount of work, research that would take to produce something like this. Not just this route in particular, but Blackpool branches as well. If it's even if it's just one route a year, well, I'm more than happy to wait. I mean, it gets better. I think we're getting a route from TSG. We haven't had a route from that developer in quite some time. He's getting what is it, an Austrian route, cross-border route, the Mitten-Waldenbahn, and that looks epic as well. And that one again is also set in the old days. Seems like the oldie goldie routes are the best ones to go for in a minute, mainly probably because of licensing. It's easier to do for third-party devs. But that one looks just as good as this one. with the crocodile making its debut, which has always intrigued me as being one of the very oddball kind of locomotives that the BB had in its roster back then. We've got a speed limit of 95 coming up, with just over 3 miles to go. We're nearly there. We're very, very late, but we're going to make it in one piece. That's all that matters. So let's reduce the speed. So furious international rescue. It was the fire flash, was it? They put a bomb in the undercarriage. Yeah, I remember that now. It's all flooding back to me now. Those memories. Oh, I just got on an achievement. The Route Explorer. Thank you very much. There's a ghost there on the ghost graffiti on the bridge there. Why a ghost? I've no idea. Okay, we're coming up to Preston. We've got a red signal, so I hope it doesn't mean that we've broken the signalling system at Preston because of me departing 12 to 15 minutes late. Hopefully the game understands that. Right, better get down the speed here. Oh, that deceleration sound. And even the train just, you know, flying past us there. Kind of like a little Formula 1 car. Braking wise, it's reasonably easy to control. It will be a bit more complex than that. Coming in a little bit too quick still. I'm not entirely comfortable with. Oh, it's a freight service. It's just departing maybe, is that the reason? Or are we genuinely gonna have to wait for a little bit? It's a good time for me to stop because it means I can actually do some things that I said I was going to do, like get a route map and catch up on the chat and have a drink and have some Pringles I actually have and I don't even know where they are. Where are they? Oh, they're in the bowl over there. Oh god, so by the table. Oh, speaking of that, no rest for the wicked. Gotta get moving straight away. Oh, I want to hear this thing accelerate from the exterior, man. I want to hear it. 20. Oh, I think it's 15 we have to come in at. Oh, what a sound. I don't normally like electric locomotives. I always prefer diesel, but oh, this is so good. I'm struggling to think of words to describe my feelings. It's unbelievable. That's 25 we actually have to come in at. Okay, fair enough. I'll let the train accelerate. With thanks to gravity. Sophie, we also made Stingray and Joe 90 as well as Captain Scarlet Johnson. Was great. Oh, Space Preston. Oh, really? I never knew that. I forgot that Preston has quite a steep gradient, so I've got to have my wits about me here. Last thing I want to do is bottle it up at the end. Thankfully, speaking of bottling, Tottenham last night in the Premier League, they actually got a win for once in quite some style. My first game, Spurs game, was a 29-year-old and they won 5-0. Doesn't get better than that. Yeah, the brakes and the sound are, and the looks in general, is up there being my favourites. The acceleration, it takes a little bit of getting used to, powering it up and so on and so forth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. We did it. We made it. Finally. 11:53, nearly 20 minutes late. But we did it. We made it. I'll take a look at Preston in a minute. I mean, Preston's probably going to be the same as it was on Blackpool Branches. But what a machine. Wow. Hey. What an exquisite locomotive. Top to bottom. Physics, sounds, looks. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If only we could have this level of quality on every single loco and multiple unit. If only, if only. Ah, brilliant. Wow, that journey took me 1 hour and 24 minutes and 31 seconds. How long has the stream been going on for? 2 hours? No, 1:29. Fair play. Got a platinum somehow. So that was a non-stop run. I'll go back to the journey mode and see what else you can do. The 87. If it's just non-stop runs, passenger-wise, then I might take the 47 over what I want out for a spin. Right, I need to get some food and drink in me. Pick up the bowl. There we go. Without knocking it over. Spurs were out. That'd be nice of you. Right. Get some water in me. Oh. Have some Pringles. I haven't had them in ages. Right, let's press on. Exploring the Northern Fells. Kick the van. There we go. So these are all passenger services then. What's this one? Electric Dreams. Variety of sleeper services. Hello. Well, I'm not going to do that because that's probably in the middle of the night. Power trip. That's challenging weather conditions. Are they all just passenger services? We've got a mixed bag here. Drive other stop, which is located in the routes. What have we got? They're all just scenarios. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. So we could have had even more chapters. That's a shame. So it's mainly focusing on the 87, and actually every service in the journey mode is a passenger service. No parcels or freight to be seen here. So let me just check this one a minute. This is from Preston to Carlisle, so I'll quickly have a look round Preston. I don't think I'll do this service unless it actually stops at, well, a station other than Carlisle. Right, let me catch up with this chat. It's getting bigger and longer, and I do apologise if I can't get everyone's comments in, because I know some of you want to be heard. Sophie, hardly surprising, just trains are Mercedes-Benz of train sim. I don't know about Mercedes-Benz, because Mercedes-Benz are quite unreliable these days. I would say they are the... How shall I say it? Trying to think of a good car brand. For Ferrari, yeah, the Ferrari of the train sim developers. Have they put their passion into their products, just like Ferrari do? And it's on show yet again from Just Trains. Sorry, can you... Active in... Oh, it's still active in Hungary and Bulgaria. Wow. Yeah, it's true. It probably will outlast the Pendolinos. Ironic. Sophie, to be fair, British Rail privatisation was a total bag of... Yes, it's true. Aside of him playing SimRail since very first beta, oh, they never had the on-foot mode. Oh, fair play. Andrew, what's your favourite foreign routes on this game? Well, I mean, there's not many countries to say. I like a few routes in Germany. The TGV route in France, despite scenically it's a shambles, but I love the driving experience on that. The two Austrian routes in the game, with definitely Semmering Bar on top of the list. As far as Austrian routes go, that's probably going to be dethroned by the Mitte-Waldenbahn. In the United States, I'd say the two recent Metrolink routes are actually pretty decent. I mean, they're not the busiest. To some people, they're probably not the most exciting, but as an overall package, I think it's a pretty decent job from Dovetail, especially considering it's an American product. And yeah, they don't usually tend to do well with American routes or locomotives for that matter. Boston Sprint is another one I really like. The MBT commuter haven't got a hold of yet. Not sure on that one yet. Probably get that one on a discount. And as much as it is a bit of a shambles from a performance perspective, I do like the Northeast Corridor, Boston to not Boston, New York to Trenton, and I'll also throw in the recently upgraded Long Island Railroad commuter. That's also decent from Dovetail. But they're the routes I can think of the top of my head. I suppose you could include Scotland, since, I mean, how technical are we going to get with these foreign routes? I mean, should we call these routes English routes, as it's in England, or Great Britain, or UK, or should we, I won't go too far. I won't get too specific. Skyhook forgot Skyhook entirely. Yeah. They've kept themselves quiet on the route front, which can only be a good thing, unless they're just working on other projects other than train sim or train simulator stuff, which is fair play. They've got other interests. I think they do like a garden. Is it garden? Was it lawnmower simulator or something like that? Unless the company's gone bust. Sophia 150 has always visited me because it was regional railways at the time. Cadbury cream egg orange colour. Ooh, very nice. Sophie Earwash Valley Line, I suppose. Earwash Valley Line. Oh, on Midland Main Line. Yes. Sophie Just Train's already working on a TSW6 route. That's no surprise. It's just such a shame it's in TSW6. Oh dear. Sophie Thunderbird's the sounds along with the things like explosions and rockets, etc. is all down to Derek Meddings. All right, he was in charge of the special effects. Oh, I never knew that. Freight services complete with imploded tanks. Oh, lovely. Strong flow of adrenaline. That's a good description. Yeah. I don't know what the temperature was for this specific service, but the temperatures in the timetable selection are pretty over the top, to say the least. Sophie idea for Thunderbirds came about coal mine collapse in Germany. Wow, and that's how what got Jensen thinking about rescues. Wow. What a brilliant creative mind. Brilliant. His request to accommodate for bigger audiences. Well. What shall I say? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I've completely forgotten about it. But if you've enjoyed the stream up to this point and you like what you see or hear, and of course feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. You can, add the video to a playlist that you maybe created. It will be added to the normal Train Sim World Streams playlist that I normally do as well, shortly after the stream has been completed. I'm sorry. If it's making you hungry, I apologise. I'm just so hungry. Alright. Let's let's check the services first. Okay, so it's non-stop to Carlisle. So I probably won't do the 87 again. I want to try something else. Well, I might do the 87, maybe a different type of service. We'll see. I haven't not looked at the timetable, but I imagine there's just loads of things to do. Right, what have we got? Oh, Flying Scotsman. It's nice to see it included. So yeah, 2 liveries as always. I wonder if they have different levels or different numbers of services each livery. I imagine not. So what's that? 1029, 1030, 1029, 1030. So I think they're the same. I always prefer BR Blue because that's how I roll. Oh wow, the amount of services this thing has. Good grief. So a sleeper trains, a speedlink train. I think that's like a parcel service, correct? Container train, empty coaching stop moves you could do. Wow. Mail service, speedlink. Is speedlink mail or is it like a type of parcel service? Don't know. Containers, sleeper trains. Oh, you got steel right there. Oh man. I don't even know where to start. There's just so much to do. This is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I don't know. Look at these liveries for the look at that one. I was covered in weathered what? Limestone. Wow. Goodness me. Look at all these liveries. Type D, Type C, B. Wow, unbelievable. So what can you do? It's loads. Wow. So it's mainly Upper B Team Chain Maintenance Depot, round Carlisle, Kingmore, Carlisle Trip Workings. Wow. Or you can do the pacer as well. Wow. Depots. Oh, they do Carlisle as well. Oh, leads to Morcambe. Hello. Conforth to Lancaster. You know what? Let's do one of these services, shall we? Let's do Conforth to Lancaster. So that's leads to Morcambe, so it doesn't actually stop at Morcambe. Oh, I see. Then I suppose you change ends and then go into Morcambe. That sounds like quite good fun, actually. That's Conforth to Lancaster, and then that one. Okay. Let's do that. It doesn't take too long by the looks of it, so let's give it a whirl. Have a bit of cloud on there. Just to drive. Yeah, let's take it out for a spin. Why not? I don't like the pacer in real life. In the game, it's pretty good. So why not? I will though get in the 101 and have a play on that. I promise. Cytokine, the cargo services are probably in the timetable. They certainly are. Andrew, I wish Durham was in this game. I would do Durham Station to King's Cross. Way. Well, that'll be some route, that's for sure. Probably take trains a year, well, more than a year, to make that route. Jeez. Right. Oh. Been a while since I've played with this bouncing Bronco. Instrument lights are on. Tail lights. Headlights. Cab heater. Head screen. Left wiper. Da-de-da. The compressor set up. There's the cover. Close that one. I think the destination displays. Oh no, it's not set automatically. Not in service. Special. Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds. No. Begins with an M. We're looking for Morcambe. Of course, I've got to play the game now and see whether it fits in the. Yep, it fits. It's fine. You can see the number. So it's 2 units connected together then. So welcome to Conforth. I have little to no history or any stats whatsoever about Conforth, other than it's quite a cute little station. Some long platforms, obviously. It's not going to be just pacers stopping here all day long. There's a poster there. I wonder what that could be about. Oh, and the route map as well. I haven't even touched the route map. The camera won't let me. Oh, because I'm in the front camera view. Even here at Conforth, I mean, look at this. You know, you've got bags of rubbish. Is that bread? I think it's bread, isn't it? Looks like bread. Got the cafe here. Even look at this. Oh, this is cool. This is so good. Look at that. There were pictures of presumed Conforth in the Steam days. That's been taken off the internet somewhere, surely. And that as well. In memory of Alan Walker. 1949 to 2023. Oh, what a nice touch. What a tribute. Ooh, look at that. London Midland Scottish Railway even. Look at that. Must be all the different types of services. 1925 until further. That is incredible. Brilliant. There's Blackpool branches. In the game, that is. Something wrong with this cursor here. It's having a little moment. What's that? Ronnie's. You can even look in the back room. I mean, look at how cool is that? Beware of trains. Oh, you got these nameplates here and numbers. Midday Scott, Royal Scott, Southport. Fair accurate. Wow. He just trains, just goes above and beyond. There's the not the 80, not the 87, is it? I can't remember which variant that is of the first generation electric locomotives. Don't know if they were the 2 or the 4. Can't remember. Either way, good to see it. We've got a pogo stick. Goodness me, I haven't seen those for years. Like, many years. Goes back to the days of primary school since I remember seeing one of those. You got the clock, which works, good. You go down here. So you've got platform 2, that's trains to Borough and Furness and Leeds. Sorry, sir. And buses on the way out. Wow, wow. You couldn't go up here, could you? Surely. Yes, you can. Huh. It just gets better, man. Look at this. Station building. Look, with some signage. Look. This is what you need to do, Dovetail, at Euston. Stop skipping over these things. Like, just key things like the signage out the front entrance. Goodness me. Telephone box. Got the traffic going by the local town centre, I imagine. Whether it's accurate to Carnforth as it was in the 80s, I've got no clue. But not a bad effort. Not a bad effort. Let's have a little look round Carnforth, the area. Is this the car? Is that a car park for Carnforth or? Oh no, probably for the mill or something back over there in the distance. This is incredible. So right, let's have a look. What bit of track are we on? So we're on Carnforth platform 1. And I've got no idea where this would have come from, but Leeds, it would be over there, I think. I'll get my head around maps. Yeah, because this has come from Leeds, so it's in the correct platform. Right, let's lock the doors. Even the bench are there, you can just see there out of the middle window. Very well made. I wonder if the announcement system works on this route for the Pacer.
The next stop is Solwick, where this service ends.
Solwick? That doesn't sound right, does it? Is that right? I don't know now. Have I done something that I shouldn't have done? What have I done? I think I've done something here that I probably should have done. Oh yeah, all these buttons up here, isn't there? Switches, I should say. Christ. Saloon lights, festival lights. Can we switch them? Oh, that's the cab light. Apologies. Guard heater, guard screen. Ooh. Can't remember if I touched that before or not. MSB, let's have a look. Just to be quick. Right, these switches don't work. None of them work actually. What am I doing wrong? The reverser, where's the reverser switch? Jeez, I'm losing the plot, I swear to God. It's down here, you fool. Jeez. Apologies, people, for the delay. Let's get this train by the scruff of the neck. Let's get going. Right, Lancaster, the first stop.
The next station stop is Solwick, where this service ends.
Solwick. He's going to Morcambe, mate. So I don't think the announcements are correct if you want to do pacer journeys to Morcambe. I might be completely wrong, but that don't seem right to me. Unless you know, then fair play. Hey Henry, nice to see you. Very good evening to you. Hope you're well. Oh, Solwick is Blackpool branches. Okay, so it's not so the announcement system does not include stations on this route. That's a bit of a shame. Can you turn it off? I don't think you can you? No, you can't. Because in Blackpool branches they were automated. You know, like the voice would come on when you're near a station or whatever. Oh well. Right, I have said millions of times, of course I'm exaggerating, I said I'm going to get a route map or a manual of this route. I promise I will do that. I keep saying it but I never do it. I promise I will do it. Just gotta find it. There we go. I'm amazed these can run at 110. Surely these, no, you won't be able to run at 110. The max speed is 100. But we'll see how fast this can go. Let's just see if I can find the manual. I think it's on. Is it on Steam or is it on the website? I think it is. Oh no, the manual is on Steam. Oh, that's good. Okay, so let's have a look. So there are station-wise, just counting here a minute, 8 stations in total. So it's more stations than East Coast Main Line, and more than Schnellfahrstrecke Castle to Würzburg, which isn't too bad considering it's a very long route. the seaside we just passed, or is it the lake? It's not the Lake District, is it? Looked like the sea then for a minute, like a beach. And yeah, you get like I said, yeah, 8 stations. You've got the yards at Carlisle, Kingmore depot and yard, and a couple of yards either side of Carlisle station. Well, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm going to start braking now and get down to a reasonably low speed. I think 47 will do. Right, I'll do. Yep, now's the time to get down the speed. Step 1 should do, right? He says. I'll have a chat about the stations very quickly. Carnforth, which is a station we departed from. It was opened in September 1846 by the Lancaster and Carlisle Railway, then became a junction in June 1857. When the Ulverstone and Lancaster Railway arrived from the northwest, the station served as actually as the southern terminus for that particular line. And the station had some major reconstruction done to it in 1938, which included a 300-yard platform and the opening of a new platform in 39, which brought the number of platforms to 6. Apparently, the station's most well-known claim to fame is it was filmed in The Brief Encounter. Wow. 1945. Wow, the station clock became famous for the dramatic use in the film. Well, well, well. I never knew that. I've never seen the film. I've heard of it. I'll have to find that now and see if I can find the clock. Right, we got a yellow, so let's proceed to Lancaster. The West Coast mainline platforms were closed in 1970 following the withdrawal of local passenger services between Lancaster and Carlisle. The platform walls facing the fast lines were demolished before the installation of 25 kilovolt AC overhead electrification in 1974. This made Carnforth a secondary line station, even though it is situated on the main line, as the West Coast mainline trains cannot call there. It's interesting. And the station we're arriving at now, Lancaster. Might be helpful, Spursborough, if you look where you're going first before you speak about Lancaster. Otherwise I'm going to end up crashing into the station I'm about to talk about. That might be a wise idea. I haven't heard the announcement go off, so at least you won't have to hear the wrong announcements being played over and over again. Excuse me. Okay, here we are coming into Lancaster. Look at those buffers. Wow. Old school, man. Thank you. Okay, Lancaster. It was originally known as Lancaster Castle, to distinguish it from the original Lancaster station in the late 1840s. It opened in September 1846. And the station was built as a terminus to the southern end of the Lancaster and Carlisle Railway. The station was dramatically remodelled in the early 1900s, with the addition of lines and platforms added along with more station buildings. On the east side of the station, which we will take an exterior, we'll have a look round the station in a second. Platform 5 and 6 was electrified in 1908 to serve the now closed Midland Railway route that served Morcambe and Heysham. The line closed in January 1966, and the overhead line equipment was taken down. Wow. The track layout in the station was reviewed in 1973, and control of the signalling was transferred to Preston Power Signal Box. The track was removed from Platform 6, although this platform had seen no regular use for quite some time. In 1974, the West Coast Main Line running from Lancaster was electrified. All right. It's got an interesting story, Lancaster. So let's start the second half of this service. I'm actually going to do it in the 101, actually. Why not? First half going in the pacer, and second half of the journey we'll do the journey with the 101. Okie doke. So you get a 3-coach unit and a 2-coach unit. What did we have before? Well, we had a 4-coach unit. I imagine this is... Oh, okay, it's completely different. Okay. That caught me off guard. Fair play. Okay, so this one does the services that the Pacer does. But the 3-car version has its own set of services. That's interesting. Okay. Well, might as well continue the 2-car. Even though before we had a 4-coach. Just pretend, I don't know. It transformed into something older. Okay, so 11:53. Let's do it in the summer. It's probably going to look amazing in the summer. Let's have some cloud on there, and off we go. Hey Venom, Venom76. Hope you're well. Hope all is well with you. Ben Davis, see the new update coming to the 5 Circle Line route. We are getting the HST Intercity, into 7 City and Class 800 and new timetable to fly Scots. But well, yeah, that's with the 158, I believe. The Lavenmouth livery to the 158. So I think you can only have that timetable if you have the ScotRail Class 158 purchased. If you don't have it, then I don't think you'll get that new timetable. Because that timetable was specifically created to have the 158 included in the service pattern. Because currently, even with the new extension and changes River did to the 5 Circle Line, for 158 was not included. But I don't know when that is actually coming, that update to the 158 and the new timetable. I thought it would be before Christmas, but haven't heard a peep from Skyhook, so it could be just before Christmas, or New Year is a probably more likely because Christmas is next week. I keep forgetting that. So, we'll see. Hey, Samuel Smith. Hope you're well. How is the West Coast Main Line going? Well, going very well so far. Absolute masterpiece so far. And really, I've hardly scratched the surface with it. There's just so much you can do. Gee. It's like I said at the start of the stream, I could do a 24-hour stream and I wouldn't even break a sweat because there's just so much to explore. Um, Sophie Lancaster also has connections to the royal family. I imagine so with the castle. Henry, I've never connected to Dovetail Live. What is the advantages of this, please? Bloody hell. That's a good question. I haven't had that in a while. I think the advantage is, well, to have an account with him is so you can, well, have a profile in the game, really. You can unlock, your mastery stuff and track progress on there. If you really are obsessed with, tracking progress on masteries or, saving photos, and if you can't save it to your console or PC, and also I think you can transfer progress, profiles and all that stuff, to different iterations of Train Sim World. I think it's been a long time since anyone's asked me that question, so I imagine that is why you need an account. Does it do anything to the gameplay, says Henry? Other than mastery stuff, I think. And maybe looking at livery creator. No, you can't. There's no online hub online, is there? It's purely in the game itself. So other than that, I think that's all I can think of, really, off the top of my head. Okay. Okay. So let's unlock the doors. Test. The engine, I think, is already operational. Destination light is on. Right. Come on. Find the switch. Oh yeah, the train lights for the people, even though it's a lovely sunny day. Circuit key on. Oh yeah, put a bit of brake on. Okay, let's take a look around Lancaster. I haven't actually set the destination display up yet. So when it says 2 coach, it really means like two coach units connected together. I think they could do a bit more clarity on that front. They should just say 4 coach instead of 2 coach. So right, Lancaster, let's have a look around. I mean, you can even hear, people chatting away, in the village, or you know, just hearing some life in the village. Not bad. Oh, you got the football pitches here, training pitches. Got a little stadium even over there. Look at that. You can hear the people. You can't see them, obviously. Don't think you're going to see animated NPCs cooking a football anytime soon, but you got the sounds in there. Lancaster FC, maybe? God knows. I don't know. I should know from the football encyclopedia. Oh, look at that. The castle and the church. Isn't that cool? This is brilliant. It just gets better and better. How far can you get up close to it? Oh, close enough. I don't think you could walk up there in person, but yeah, look at that rock and roll. That's not bad at all. Yeah, it doesn't have doors and things like that, and the ground looks a little bit bare, not filled with 3D textures or anything like that, but oh, this is brilliant. You know, I mean, it's exterior. I mean, it's not going to have, you know, it's got the door there at least, and you can see a little bit of the glass stained windows. Speaking of stained windows, Notre Dame recently reopened. I remember I saw the opening ceremony on the news. How lovely to see that reopened again after that terrible fire 5-6 years ago. Never been to Paris. It might be on my bucket list now. Now that Notre Dame has opened, I really like the Gothic structures and cathedrals and churches. Just the architecture I just find really quite fascinating. So there's a platform 6 that apparently is disused. I've got to find out. Hello. Freight train coming through. It must be an empty steel train with a mixture of coal as well. Crikey. Okay, you can't go in this one, but I was going to say, they've decided to model every single type of bathroom you can get on this route. What else? What else? What else am I going to find? The cafe and the bar again. Oh, this one looks shut this time. Oh no, it might be open. Yes, it is. You know, Just Trains didn't have to do this. They could have just left it blank, but they went to town with it, man. You got your donuts and your cakes, and even a little plant. Look, huh. Brilliant. And I must say, the NPCs as well. I think they are in accurate 80s attire. That's an important thing to note. Look at that little hanging basket there, look. So yeah, I suppose the trains that do stop here are going to destinations such as Poole, Preston, London, Euston, Bristol Temple means that one, and Birmingham New Street. So that's platform 4. So this is platform 3. So 5 is here, and 6, this is the disused platform now. Platform 6, as I was reading up earlier. Where's this one going to? Destinations go to Birmingham New Street, Carlisle, Morcambe, Barrow even, and Millen. Or Million. I can hear a train coming. Oh no, that's me. You stupid fool. Oh, another one's just arrived. I see. They got the rail bar. Accurate branding? I've no idea. Hey, I don't know, man. Just for little details, just put this route in a different league. And not just this, Blackpool as well. It's fantastic. I'm going to be running out of words to describe this route soon. Jeez. I've only explored 2 stations in depth. Jeez, unbelievable. Right, this is where I think a problem is going to come in. I've noticed this with the tutorial. If you have the traditional controller configuration, the problem is when you use the guard buzzer, or when you want to change, I think, gear, the guard buzzer will play at the same time as when you select the gear. So you'll see what I mean now. Look, I'm going to change the gear. So going down gears, it's fine. It's when you go up a gear. It's when you change gear to go up. This is when the problem starts to be a thing. If I can get the bloody thing moving a second. Hang on. Oh yeah, destination display, of course. So this is going to Morcambe, isn't it? Just got to find it. Milton. Morcambe, there it is. I see it. Is it there? It's just in there. I'll take that. Right. Yeah, the engine should be all fired up and all tickety-boo, right? Shouldn't be in a dead state, correct? Let's just check. Everything's all good. I think everything's all good. Oh yeah, change end lever. I had a feeling there was a lever. There we go. We're moving. We're moving. Right, this is where a problem's going to come in with the old controller configuration. Because I want to change gear now, and I want to go up a gear. You change gear and the guard buzzer will keep going off as you change gear when you're accelerating, that is. You can easily rectify the problem by just putting it in the highest gear, but obviously it's going to mean you're going to accelerate at a much slower rate. So that is a problem. I think that does need to be... I don't know, can it even be rectified? Well, it can easily, just change controller modes, but I don't like doing that, so... Oh well. I might have to change the norm and go to a different controller configuration. This is the river. Just passing over now, look at that. What a sight that is, just looking at the river. Jeez. It's a vast bridge. Again, expertly modelled. Even down here, you know, like... He's bothered to put, you know, stuff down here that makes it look like, you know, it's a busy area, working light, full of life, you know, the JT Transport from good old Ford Motor Company, or Fordy as it's known. Wow, this is just something else. Means I better get back in the cab. Terrific transport. Hey, how are you? Hope you're well. Henry, can you spawn to any platform? Watch your train speed past. I think change platform. Yeah, there is a hopper mode in the game. You can go to any platform you choose. I can't remember if that's for all routes or just the newer ones included. I think it's for most routes. But I'm not entirely 100% sure. I think it is for a big chunk of routes that's been produced for Train Sim World. Got a red signal coming up here. I forgot the first station is Bear Lane. It's just over half a mile away. I'm going to leave it in 4th gear. I know I really shouldn't, but I am. So I've got A because I don't want to keep changing gears and have the guard buzzer going off every 5 seconds. And secondly, I've got some crisps in my other hand. So apologies for that. Henry, what do you do? What do I do? What do you do? You'll have to expand your question, my friend. But in terms of this channel, I just mainly take a look at Trains and World stuff. And I like looking at timetables. Right, so we're now going on the branch to Morcambe. And we are approaching the first stop. Well, the first stop in the second half of the journey, which is Bear Lane. Got a very steep grading here. Speed limit of 15 miles per hour coming up. There's a worker there, I think. There he is. He's a grumpy old soul. Obviously doesn't like what he's doing. Even these bungalows, I mean... not bungalows, sorry. Just terrace houses, they look good. They new. They look new to me. Prehistoric Bacon. Good grief, haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? Nice to see you again. Good grief. Feels like 100 years since I've last seen your account pop up on my live chat. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. To see you, nice. Here is Bear Lane. 2 platforms. Got some more workers there on the right, obviously surveying something. Excuse me. Right. The crisps are nearly Pringles have almost come to an end. Oh well, that'll do. That'll do. Right, let's unlock the doors. Let's put the crisps to one side for a second. Without smashing the bowl Spurs rail. Thank you very much. Have a drink. Right, what's the time? 22:50. So I haven't got long. I've got 20 minutes before I have to call it a day. So let's quickly have a little look round Bear Lane. Small little station, probably the smallest of the lot. I imagine Morcambe will be a little bit bigger. This is a signal box. And you can walk in. I imagine all the signal boxes on this route are interactive. You know, you can walk inside, have a little explore. Look at this again, man. Pull it out of the bag. I wonder if any of these work. Don't think any of them would do. Imagine if you could. Of course, chaos on the Morcambe Branch. I would play with every switch and button. We've got a lovely bag there. No little secrets in it this time. Oh well, Still very well modelled. Oh, this has got a crossing, hasn't it? Yeah. Oh, well, they should work. I'd be shocked if they didn't. So yeah, trains to Lancaster go that way. Trains to Morcambe go this way. And again, look, you got Bear Lane there, sign. Good grief, even the bus stop looks good. Complete with the bus stop sign. That's typical, that we've typically seen in this country for many, many decades. Oh, shut up, stupid car. Is this a waiting room? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. If you want to go on foot and have an explore on this route, this is perfect for you. There's so much to do. I mean, it's a bit repetitive once in a while, you know, looking at waiting rooms and toilets and cafes and all that kind of stuff, but it never gets boring to me. So we got the team surveying here, maybe they're building something, or recently demolished something. Got a little hut there, cement mixer. So they're ready to go to work at something. There's the car park. What's the exterior of the station look like? Small little station. Is that someone's house? Good grief, it might actually be someone's. Nah, it can't be. It's probably the station house. Right? Yeah, it's gotta be. They've got a little shed. Well, not a shed as such, but looks like a shed. And how would you get into Bear Lane then? I suppose you just walk up through here. Okay. Oh, here we go. Right. Oh, it's just pulling away in 4th gear. For those of you just joining, I can change gear, but every time I go up some gears, like if I go from 1st to 2nd, 2nd to 3rd, 3rd to 4th, the guard buzzer will keep going off. Whoa, I hope the gates are down. Ah, they're not. I think we've had a car just smash into the back of us. Yes, we have. Bang, wallop. So the crossing gates are broken. Oh dear, that's a shame. Oh, that's such a shame. So unfortunately, they do not work. I am very surprised by that. You think they would not leave that out? So that is a shame. The crossing gates do not work. I'm very shocked by that. That's a bit of a letdown for this branch. I thought that would be... Well, you'd think it would work, wouldn't you? Okay, so that's not a tick in the box for this route, unless I had to actually stop at the, you know, correct stopping point. I know I was 20 odd yards away or something, but yeah, they should be down regardless. I know I'm late, but yeah, that's not good. The speed limit will be, well, it's 60 at the moment. It will be going down to 45. With Morcambe, the next and final stop for this particular service, 1 mile away. Sadakin also taking my leave. Okay, Zodakin, take care of yourself. Appreciate your company, and I'll see you next time. Ooh, speed limit of 30 coming up. It's going to go down to 15 and then back up to 50 for some reason. Okay. Andrew, I didn't think you'd be on till this late. Well, yeah, but you know, it's the first look to this route, and I've been very much looking forward to it. So, heck, I gotta do it. I gotta wait until like 11:30 anyway, because my mum's out and about. So, gotta keep an eye out for the door, you know. Okay, so we're coming into Morcambe now. This is Morcambe, end of the line. I wonder if it's just Pacers and 101s that stop here. I get the feeling that longer passenger trains would stop here at Morcambe. It feels like that to me. Probably there are some that do. Maybe 40s and 47s and 45s maybe. At a guess. I haven't even touched the 45 or 40s timetable, let alone the 47. At least I can go down some gears. There we go. Okay. That concludes the journey to Morcambe. Oh, looking at the roof. Let's have a look round Morcambe. You got the Ferris wheel in the background. Fairground. And the roller coaster as well. Don't know if that's accurate to Morcambe. Never been to Morcambe. In truth, I don't know very much about Morcambe. We got the gulls in the sky. Got the Blackpool Fields from this, that's for sure. Pretty big station, Morcambe. Wow. I mean, it would be, wouldn't it? How many platforms has it got? 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Unless they are disused. I don't think they are, though. That one obviously is. Ish. Oh, this is nice. I like this. What's this? Express train, steamer service. Oh, the Isle of Man. Well, look at that. Frequent excursions during the summer season from Morcambe to Douglas via Heysham or Heysham. Wow, 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 wow. Luggage lockers here. You've got waiting rooms. With even more posters and stuff. Aye, aye, aye. There's a rail bar that's closed. Ladies' lavatory and the gentleman's lavatory. That one. It's interestingly that the gentleman's lavatory is open and not the ladies'. Why is that now? Maybe because they only had time to model one lavatory, so they chose the men's. I can imagine you'll get the woke people these days saying, "Oh, they've chosen men over women." Usual rubbish they come up with. I know it's about equal rights these days, but it's a video game. Calm down about it, mate. What would you have it? Would you rather have equal rights in or equality in a game or in the real world? You'd probably say both. I'd say the real world first. Anyway, that's the politics out of the way with. Very nice building though. Very nice model. You know, you got a bit of grub. You know, not grub. Jesus. They look grubby, the windows. Parcels, left luggage and information. I wonder what the parcel's going to be like, because I was a bit disappointed with the parcel services on Blackpool branches, the fact there was only 2 services with the parcel coaches, and it really disappointed me because I really, really like the parcel coaches. They look something else. I mean, you could do some shunting services with them, but that was about it. Then you bring it into Preston and then it would trundle off the map into a portal. Oh, fudge. I didn't actually look outside of the station in terms of the front. So we got the hotel over there, and I think it is accurate. Look at all these cars there. Oh, they're all parked up on the side of the road. I thought it was like a traffic jam or something. Oh, it just get look. You got the British Rail signage. This is how you model the station exterior, man. I don't know if it's half-arsed job, but, you know, it gets done. I know Dovetail doesn't have exactly a year to do, you know, to make one route. I mean, in a calendar year, they probably have to pump out 5 or 6 or 7, but... Oh, just brilliant, isn't it? Really, really is. Wilkinson. That's Woolworths, isn't it? It's meant to be, but it's Paulworths. You've got the beach here, again, lovely water textures. The beach is a little bit flat, but you're not going to walk to the beach, are you? Is that the aquarium over there? You're joking me, it isn't, is it? Surely not. He has not modelled the aquarium. You know what? I think he has. Again, the hotel. Looks good. Don't look bad, the exterior. What's this place then? What have we got here? Is this like a theatre? It's got to be, isn't it? Outdoor seats. They look a bit rock hard, but yeah, it's got to be like outdoor performing theatre. I've never performed in the outdoor theatre. I've never seen it. I've seen a play or two. I think Shakespeare, like 10, 20 years ago. 10, 15 years ago, I should say. Oh, Ocean World. I see. So I presume you go in there and you'd watch the animals at work, or is it a little pool, is it, for the kids? I'm not sure. Ocean Land, I should say, not Ocean World. Oh, it just goes on and on. I'm liking this. This is so cool. And it just keeps going. Where the station's all the way back there. This is awesome. This is so good. This is better than Blackpool. I like Morcambe more than Blackpool. That's probably sacrilege to a few. But this just takes the top. I mean, look, you've even got the lighthouse here. God. Wow, yeah, I thought nothing could top Blackpool branches. And when I heard that, you know, Just Trains was making a route that's 90 miles long, I thought, wait, that's going to be a difficult one. But, they've just... Wow. They've just pulled the rabbit out of the hat, and what a route this is. This might be my favourite. I've never ever had a route above Transpennine before. In all the years I've liked Train Sim World, but this might just be my favourite. This is fantastic. I've said fantastic too many times, I know, but this is just brilliant. Really is great. Look at this, the park, you've got the flowers. There is some 3D grass, it's not all over and covering the, well, 2D grass texture, but there you got the amusements. Benedict's Amusements. Is that a toy shop then, or a model shop? I don't know. Then you got the traffic lights here as well. I don't think I've ever seen that traffic lights look as good as that in Train Sim World. Fish and chips. Oh, it just goes on, doesn't it? Forget Train Sim World. You might as well just call it World Sim or something. This is crazy. That's as far as it goes. But you got the pier over there. Oh, don't tell me to go further. Oh, I think you might. Oh, no, you can't. Okay. But you got the pier over there as well. Promenade, maybe. So this is like the main attractions for the visitors to Morcambe. Your ocean worlds, your open air theatres, and looks like a garden place maybe, and the hotel. This is just fantastic. Really, really top-notch quality across the board. Rolling stock, the services, the driving experience, the scenery. They even got a bus. Look at that. Look at that old school double-decker. Just like the old school route master buses. I'd like to see them again in London at some point. And you got the Ferris wheel that is actually animated. It is moving along with the roller coaster and the fairground. Oh, this is what a product this is. What a product. You got the allotments over here, tons of allotments over here. Look at that, allotment city. But this is fantastic, absolutely magnificent, absolutely magnificent. How long have I got left? Not long left, and there's still millions of things to see and do. It's just unbelievable. Prehistoric bacon. It's been a bit. Been well, just surviving day by day, and e-biking lots. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not too bad, thank you. Just turned the grand old age, 29. Well, there you go. My brain can't remember many. My memory is going down the drain. I can't remember lots of things, but at least I can remember an account called Prehistoric Bacon existing. So that's something. Sophie. Class 1 was done by Ed Fisk. I see. No idea who that is, but top marks to Ed Fisk. Prehistoric Bacon has been a bit. I've already read that comment. Stupid me. Stuck on TSW4. Nothing wrong with TSW4. I mean, it's pretty much the same as TSW3, isn't it? And TSW5 is nearly the same as TSW4, with the exception of some route changes and music and a new guard mode, and that's about it, really. Prehistoric Bacon off now, just forward to say hello and hope you're doing well. Oh, thanks for popping in. Robert, hey, how are you? Hope you're well. This place is where Mr. Bob Plobby Park was. The train station is no longer there as it got demolished. Oh. Used to go from Bradford Foster Square to Morcambe back in the 90s. I see. Morcambe Graveyard. No, just a trip on the pace train. Wow. Unbelievable. I'll say a little bit of some information on Bear Lane and Morcambe. I will touch on that. So Bear Lane, which is a station before Morcambe, the one with the broken level crossings, unfortunately. Bear Lane was, if I can find a stupid page, it was opened actually as called Porton Les Sands in 1864 by the London North Western Railway. It was renamed Bear Lane in October 1864. The old station building, situated at the platform. Oh, it is now a private dwelling. It is someone's house. Well. Unbelievable that. Right, let's get into the... Oh, I haven't got long left. I've got, 5 minutes left. I think I will spend time looking at the timetable. Let's have a look at the Jubilee Midday Scot Rail Tour. Doesn't matter which version. No, I suppose it doesn't. What does Flying Scotsman do? Exactly the same. Let's double check that. 1Z90. 1Z90. Okay, I imagine Flying Scotsman's the preferred one to do it if it says Midday Scot and its rail tour name. 47. You got a fair few variants to choose here. Large logo 1 and 2. Intercity ScotRail, Intercity British Rail Corporate Blue 2 and 1. Wow. Then you got the Blackpool branches on top of that. And Transpennine. Okay. I don't care. Transpennine. So what have you got? Empty coaching stop moves. Are they just the same as the 87? So 1029. No, they are different services. So these do limestone stone scratcher rail tour. So it does do some rail tour services as well. Ah. The timetable is another universe compared to other old school timetables. Speedlink train, oil. So it doesn't do many passengers services. It does more of the it seems the freight duties more, which is a surprise considering the services that I've seen scuttling up and down the route in the 87 earlier. All the freight stuff was conducted, I believe, with just the 87. It's got mail services as well. An additional extra passenger service. It's interesting. Interesting title. 45. Does that do exactly the same? I've got a funny feeling it does. Let me just double check. 1001. It might be a difference. Yeah, I think no, I think they're the same. I think that does mostly anti-coaching stop moves actually. That's all it does. Wow. Well, it does a passenger service. Fair enough. Gone forth to Lancaster. Preston to Carlisle. It's got a mail service in there as well, but predominantly it's like loco moves. For the 45, what's the 40 doing? The same. Well, it does the freight stuff as well, so it's got a bit more to play with compared to the 45. 37's here as well. What does that do? Cement trains. What does 31s do? That does a rail tour. I think the same as the 47. Maybe. I think I like cherry picked some services from the 47's timetable. The 20, that's not going to do many, is it? The Cumbrian Choppers rail tour. Okay. And the 08. Oof. So you got one here doing Preston, which is from Blackpool Branches, hence why you have to use that Blackpool Branches variant, I think. West Coast Main Line, you've got loads of liveries to choose from. The weathered one, that must be Hardendale shunting, limestone. Okay, and that's just shunting around Carlisle and Kingmore. Right, how long have I got? I've got about a minute, or I'm going to try and eke out 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do, what am I going to do in 5 minutes? Jeez Louise. Hop in the 87 very, very quickly. And I'm going to do... I want to do a mail. I'm not going to actually run the service. I just want to see if the mail coaches, just see if they're any different. You know what I mean? To Blackpool Branches. That's all I want to do. That's all I'm going to do. As we're loading in, I'll talk about Morcambe quickly. The station opened Morcambe, that is, in 1907, simply as Morcambe, and was renamed Morcambe Promenade in 1924. The name reverted to Morcambe in 1968 and remained so until its closure in 1994, 2 years before I was born. The current modern-day station is actually situated 400 yards further west and closer to the seafront. The old station building remains intact and is used as a music venue. Well, you would never believe that would be the fate of a terminating old-school railway station. So, yeah, it's the same coaches from Blackpool Branch as the express parcels, which I'm very, very pleased, because these were badly underused. I love these variants in particular. The dark blue ones. Love those. Okay, so you can use them, which is fantastic. might need a jar. We have to put £1 in every time I say fantastic at this rate. But a place that you can do, you get a lot more use out of those express parcels. I do want to look at maybe a couple of more things. I won't look at the limestone and steel. I think those are wagons from Tees Valley. But I do want to have a quick look at, if I can find it. Where is it gone? Not sleeper service. Where is it? It was something Speedlink. What is that? What is Speedlink? I've seen a video of it, but I saw the title of the video and the thumbnail, but I didn't actually watch it. So I'm thinking, when it's a Speedlink, I'm thinking mail or parcel or I don't know, fruit. I don't know, something. Is it like a perishable service? I've got no idea. But I just want to very quickly see what this kind of service is like. I'm not going to operate it. I haven't got time. But I'm going to. I just want to see what wagons or coaches or whatever it uses. And it doesn't help. It's at the middle of the night, which is a pain in the neck. But thankfully, it's in the station. Speedlink. I'm gonna have to watch that video. So it's mainly just flat steel with the the turbot wagons from West Cornwall, Seacow, yeah, along with the coal wagons from Tees Valley. So it's almost like a manifest freight in a way. Speedlink. I'm gonna have a serious look at that. And finally, I will take a look at the containers because apparently they are different to, obviously, the ones in modern day. Aggregate, Jesus. Intermodal services we see with the 66s these days. Yeah. Okay. West Coast. So that one again. Steel, passenger. I need container. Intermodal. Thank you. 1800. Wow. Set it in July. Clear day. Let's go. Load it in. Happy days. I think they are different wagons as well as different branded containers. I think that's the case. I'm not entirely sure. I did hear that it was different. It was interesting when Dovetail put the information about the route, like the preview, not preview stream, but like an article about it on their website. They didn't say that the wagon or the container wagons were brand spanking new out of the box. So I am not sure. Yeah, they are different. I'm not sure of the wagons. I think the wagon... No, they are different. Yeah, they are different. Completely different. And they're just... Yeah. Just plain colours. Not branded, I don't think. You get some flat. And some with containers on them. Okay, fair play. Fair play. Canary 40. There's the oil with the TEA tankers. There's the express parcels. So where are we? Preston? It's got to be Preston with the Royal Mail sorting office on the right. God, that's a hell of a noise in the 40, isn't it? There's another 40 for good measure with the tankers. So yeah, I wish I could go on. I really, really wish I could go on, but I'm afraid time is against me. On this occasion, I could do another stream this week. I don't think I'm going to have time to squeeze another one in. So this may probably be my only stream on the West Coast Main Line. over Shap route. I didn't even find the Shap summit sign. Crikey, I forgot about that. But overall, I mean, wow, what a route! What a route! It's by far certainly the best route in terms of distance. Like, if you want 80+ mile routes in terms of quality, you've got to go for this one. It's easily the best by a comfortable margin. This is in a different league compared to definitely East Coast Main Line. It blows it out of the water. Even the West Coast Main Line, despite that, got a big update recently in one, but I haven't actually took an in-depth look at. I could tell that this is going to be head and shoulders above that route. And even Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel Würzburg, a route which is quite high on my preferred German routes. I mean, yeah, it's only got 3 stations, but the route length is very, very good, and I think the scenery on there overall, I think is decent as far as dovetail standards go. But this is easily top of the tree as far as I'm concerned. Is it better than Blackpool Branches? It might just be. They're very, very difficult to choose because they represent 2 very different experiences. But is it my favourite route? West Coast Main Line over Shap route? You know what? It might just be the route that has dethroned my all-time favourite Transpennine, as Northern Transpennine, as being my absolute favourite. So out of 10, it's 100% a 10 out of 10. There are some issues, unfortunately, like you've seen with the zebra, the railway crossing gates, and also, if I was to be a little bit picky, I would have liked to have seen, considering that the branch to Morcambe was included, I would have liked to have seen the branch going from Oxenholme to Windermere, ideally. Going through the likes of Kendal, Staveley, I think, is another one as well, or Staveley. But that's just me being having a bit of a nitpick. But other than that, it's an absolute work of art. Do I recommend you get it? 1,000,000%. If you've got Blackpool Branches and all the old school British Rail routes in Train Sim World, absolutely add this to your collection. Even if you don't have all of those routes and this is your first time picking up a BR Blue route, go get it. It is worth every penny. I know it's a bit expensive. I'm not a fan of the price, regardless, but of it being 33 quid, but for once, I do recommend you get it at full price. It's not going to come on discount anytime soon. I think it took nearly an entire calendar year for Blackpool Branches to go on discount on I think any platform, actually, be it Steam, Xbox or PlayStation. So I'd say get it while it's in top condition. And what's good about it is that we got an 86 coming. I imagine there's going to be some fixes and tweaks here and there which could only enhance and make the route experience that much better. So I've got nothing more to say other than brilliant. Top marks to everyone at the Just Trains team. Absolutely tremendous work they've done, and long may it continue. Do not do any modern stuff, because you're knocking it out of the park with the British Rail era at the moment. Keep on the right path. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So stay on the right path. That's all I'm going to say. But thank you very much to everyone that watched the stream or interacted with me over the many minutes, and I don't even know how long it is now. Stream's been on for, I think, nearly 3 hours. But to those of you that stayed for start to finish, yeah, congratulations. I want to say thank you very much again for watching, be it live or on playback. If like I said earlier, if you've enjoyed it, feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream will be next Monday, and I think it will be for the final time this year. I think, yeah, it might be, because I do go away for Christmas. New Year, not sure. I don't know if I'll be busy New Year or not, no idea. But next Monday could be the last stream of the year. That is indeed the 23rd of December 2024. What route it'll be on, I've no idea. It might be a double, might be a special, I don't know. On both Blackpool branches of West Coast Main Line over Shap route, or the West Coast Main Line South. It's one of those three, that's for sure. But I'd like to say, once again, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.